What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, guys, I am so happy to go over some stats and abilities and things like that of the new banner, which features Goku Black, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and, as we now know, Majin Vegeta, not Kale, oddly enough. It's weird that we had 2/3 of the leak that was totally correct, but then we got Majin Vegeta randomly instead. And I am super excited, actually, and we'll go over why in just a second. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first off, guys, we do have Goku Black. As we know, he was going to be coming out at some point sooner or later. Obviously, was really fantastic in Dokkan when he did come out. So, you know, we were looking for a similar situation here, and I think we might just have that. So first off, he does have 3 tags, most likely. He's going to have or 2 tags, rather, Saiyan and Future. Now, the Future tag is something that's new. It's actually confirmed by his Z ability, which is interesting, but I don't know exactly what that's going to mean. It's probably going to be more relevant down the line for right now, though. Maybe not as much. He's also yellow, and, you know, that's kind of important to note because he does go into the Saiyan team, so he is going to be possibly taking the place of, you know, your Super Vegeta or something similar to that, even though I'm not sure if he's going to at this point in time. So this might be a character that you get right now for the future, but not necessarily for what you can use him as right now. Now, with that said, right off the bat, he has about 397k HP. This is, again, without Soul Boost. This is literally just level up stats. So, his strike attack is pretty okay, about 38k. Blast attack, 44.5k, roughly. And all around, I mean, his offense and defenses are pretty decent. Blast attack, really pretty fantastic. So, you know, you look at that, you actually see that on his graph here. And again, this is courtesy of legends.dbz.space. Fantastic website. Definitely recommend you guys check it out if you want all the information on new and old units. You know, you can really, you know, make decent teams and figure out decent synergies and things like that using all of the information that you find on here a little bit better than you can in the actual app itself. So, yeah, you're seeing right here, there's a lot of really good stuff to note here. Key Restore is pretty freaking fantastic. Critical is okay. It's not anything amazing, but it's okay. And then, yeah, stat lineup in general. Blast attack going to be about as good as it possibly could be. 96.85% there. That is pretty crazy. So, all around, looking like he's pretty fantastic offensively. So, main ability going to be Welcome Pain. The following effect occurs based on the amount of health left. If health is 50% or up, plus 50% damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, rather. Sorry. Below 50% is going to restore own health by 20% and plus 35% to all damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. And 15 timer counts must elapse to be able to use the main ability. So, this is really good. This is really good. If you consider the fact that he also does extra damage to Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, and he also goes on the Saiyan team, I mean, that is just, that in and of itself is ridiculous, okay? It's just overpowered, to be completely honest with you guys. And I think that we're probably going to have absolute, like, ridiculous banners leading up until Christmas. Most likely, again, we're going to be seeing the Chilled and Super Saiyan Bardock banner next after this, and then possibly right after that, for the Christmas banner, probably going to be Vegito. Again, we know this because of the way that they went about doing things on Dokkan. They're probably going to go about that the same way. But with that said, Welcome Pain, amazing main ability, guys. You have a lot of utility there. You can heal your own health by 20%, which is really not a negligible amount, and still get a 35% damage boost if you're below 50% health. So if you want a nice heal, you already have maybe a Raditz on your team that you can use for the extra health anyways. That's going to have a lot of value, you know, a nice little heal on that to go with the additional damage buff. It's very valuable. So I'm really hyped about the main ability. Now, going down, unique ability, 30% damage inflicted to the following tags, Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan. So, 2 of the main tags in the game right now, obviously. One of the best tags in the game, if not the best, is going to be Saiyans. And Hybrid Saiyans took a little bit of a backseat, but I'd imagine very soon they're probably going to return to their former glory. So just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this is a very valuable ability, especially moving forward as we get more and more OP Saiyans. They all have the OG Saiyan tag as well as the form of Saiyan that they are. So in this case, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to have Super Saiyan 3 tag as well as the Saiyan tag. Super Saiyan 2 tag as well as the Saiyan tag. You know, they all have the original Saiyan tag to go with it. So that's very important to note because it's always going to be good against whatever the current meta Saiyans are. Now, Glory Blast attack up, so 35% of blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts every time this character defeats an enemy. So if you go on a roll, maybe you use Bardock, for example, who might just have the same arena lock ability that he had before with his new version, the new Super Saiyan one that's coming out soon. Yeah, you use that lockdown, you bring in Goku Black, he gets an extra 35% blast damage to go with a possible 30% you already have from Utopia's beginning, and then on top of a 50 or 35% from the main ability, guys, you are looking at one of the biggest blast damage dealers in the entire game, possibly the biggest blast damage dealer in the entire game, especially when we consider the fact that it just stacks up over and over again. Black Kamehameha here. First of all, can teach, so that's kind of cool for Shallot, but will probably become more relevant down the line a little bit, you know, when we get a little bit farther in his evolution as a character. But deals major impact damage, inflicts attribute downgrade plus 20% to blast damage received to enemy for 15 timer counts on hit. So, yeah, you just keep on stacking up the damage output, man. 20%, 35%, 30%, 50 or 35%. Ridiculous damage output. So, yeah, guys. Then you're going to see the extra arts here. It's going to be plus 30% to Vanish Engage Recovery for 15 timer counts. That's a very powerful ability. It's going to be not necessarily underestimated by the people at the top of the game, but it probably will be by people that are just average players. But this is a very significant thing, okay? Making it so your clock is up on vanishing is extremely important. Any character that has an advantage in that sense is already immediately going to be someone that's taken a little more seriously in endgame. So, you know, very, very fantastic extra skill ability there. And then we're going to see the following effect also occur depending on the number of times, or the number of timer counts elapsed since the start of battle. So 15 is going to be plus 20% blast damage inflicted. 25 is going to be plus 20% for blast damage inflicted. And plus 25% to key recovery for 15 timer counts as well. He's ridiculous, guys. This man, he goes right on to the Saiyan teams. If his Z ability wasn't what it is, then it'd probably be already pretty much guaranteed meta. The only reason I'm going to say it's not necessarily guaranteed is because he does have tag future, and you know, as you see here, well, you can't see it here unfortunately, but he's the only one that has that tag, guys. Literally the only character in the game that has that tag. So right now he's going to be sort of the first of his kind, but he's still a Saiyan, so he goes on to the Saiyan teams, and that means that he's going to be OP, guys. He's just going to be ridiculous, especially if you consider the fact you can start out, maybe we see, you know, double yellow comps that focus on Vegeta and then Goku Black, because, you know, Super Vegeta goes in, you know, deals the debuff, so your opponent takes more blast damage by a significant amount already, just because he starts out the match in the first position. Then you may be switching Goku Black. You use all of your extra damage skills, you know, your unique abilities and all that trigger, and you have an extra maybe, you know, 50, 60, 70% blast attack immediately after switching in, you know? It's kind of ridiculous how much that stacks up. So I do think, especially he has 2 Blast Arts cards. There's no downsides to this guy other than his ability, which will get better as time goes on and more future tag characters do come out. So, yeah. Is Goku Black worth pulling on? I would say so. He's absolutely fantastic. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Okay, so let's go over him a little bit. He's a little bit varied in what he's good at, as you guys can see. 46.5k strike attack, 45.7k blast attack. So really pretty fantastic there. You know, both offensive capabilities really amazing. 393k health. Again, this is without soul boosting, so he kind of just he comes out on top on both of these. 99.67 and 100. He has the best strike attack in the game. Wow. Yeah, so is Super Saiyan 3 Goku OP? I would say so, man. I would say so. He has Sun Family tag. He has Saiyan tag, Otherworld Warrior tag, and Super Saiyan 3 tag. So it's pretty much guaranteed, especially he's purple, man. So on top of that, he goes on to existing Saiyan teams, and he's purple. He's a good purple Saiyan. That is just dumb. Like, that's the one thing that they had up on the competition here, you know? Like, they, you know, other teams had the purple, like, the good purple characters, and the Saiyan teams didn't necessarily have it there. So, like, this kind of just evens things out. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is ridiculously OP. Now, you scroll down and look at his abilities, and you're going to see exactly why this stacks up to make him one of the best characters in the game. So, main ability, draw the Ultimate Arts card, Neo Super Dragon Fist. Next, requirement, 25 timer counts must elapse. So, it's a decent timer count requirement, but, you know, it's still doable. It's not something crazy, okay? So, Ultimate Arts card, we'll go down to that. So, deal massive impact damage, 25% to inflict faint on hit. So, massive impact damage is a lot of damage, dudes. He's got double strike art, so he's not going to synergize necessarily very well with Goku Black. That's not really a big deal, though. it's not something that you're going to be entirely that concerned about, because you want some variation in the amount of arts cards held no matter what. And like for example, you want to be able to key cancel. You can't key cancel after a strike arts card as far as I know. So what you can do is you can key cancel after a blast arts, and then go into a combo. Go into a dodge, like a vanish, go into a combo. So there's a lot of people that'll say, oh, you want everything to stack up the same exact arts cards. Well, I would argue that to a point that's true, but at the same time, you do want a sizable amount of blast arts cards in primarily strike arts based teams, even if, it's primarily strike arts based and you just want strike arts cards based on the best damage output. You're still going to want the utility provided by blast arts. So yeah, Neo's Super Dragon Fist, really fantastic. That really cancels out his main ability, though. It doesn't give him anything else, just the ultimate arts card, which, adding that onto an end of a combo is always going to be fantastic. So really pretty amazing stuff. Don't take anything away from him there, because that's an amazing card. Now, unique abilities. Not used to the change yet. Plus 20% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts every time this character enters the battlefield. The following effects also occur depending on the number of timer counts elapsed since the start of battle. 15 elapsed, plus 20% to damage inflicted. 30 is plus 30% to own key recovery. 40 is plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. I don't even know how to respond to the level of power creep that we're witnessing here, guys. It's actually just bonkers. It's ridiculous. It's relatively unprecedented. We saw a taste of this with Gogeta, but guys, we're getting absolutely walloped with power creep this banner, okay? It is insane. Now we got anti-regen as well, because, that's the one thing that, other than maybe androids, with really, really good android players that can take full advantage of cover and everything like that, get into good rotations, there's a little bit more as far as the thought process that goes into android teams. So I will give that to them, that they probably have the most advantage against Saiyan teams other than other Saiyan teams. But anti-regen, 40% to strike damage inflicted against regen tag. I mean, that is just dumb. That was unnecessary. It could have been 20%. It would have been fine. Maybe 30% is a little OP. 40%, dudes. That is just ridiculous, okay? That is just ridiculous. That's way too much, in my opinion. He's going to beat down pretty much every single character. Key Restore 2200. Still pretty good. Not as good as Goku Black, but still really good. Critical, nothing to write home about. Doesn't matter. His stats are ridiculous. He doesn't need crit, man. He doesn't need it at all. It's just, he has literally the highest strike attack in the game as far as I know. And then the blast attack is right up there, just barely being edged out by another character here. So, yeah, he's kind of OP, guys. He's kind of OP. And you look at his unlock key form of attack, plus 25% to strike damage inflicted, minus 5 to own striker's cost for 15 timer counts. Hello? Game developers, could you add some balance, please? Just a little more balance. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just dial it down from like a 15 to like maybe like a 11 or a 12 out of 10. Okay? Just do that for me, all right? Z ability going to be Tag Saiyan, Blast Defense. I don't really care about that. You go to 3 here, it's going to be Strike Attack and Blast Defense. Not for 2, only for 3. That's kind of unfortunate. It means that there's going to be some whales spending some serious cash to get him to 5 stars. But, otherwise, I mean, I think that's probably the way you balance him out, is that early game players or players that don't pull a lot of him are only going to get the Blast Defense buff, which is a sizable impact to the damage output. 20% is nothing to sneeze about. It's a significant amount of damage output lost if you're losing it from, a support from the rest of your team to put Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the team. With that said, most likely you're probably going to replace someone that's not necessarily buffing the team, use support to buff up Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and he's going to be ridiculously OP. There's nothing to really balance him out here. He's got just ridiculous stats all around. His defenses are, not the best, as you guys can see, 78.75. And then we've got 82.6, so it's still really good. 83 health, I mean, that's out of 100, so it's still really good, but it's not the best in the game. If it was all the way around, then this would be just not even a discussion to happen. But I think that's the way that they're looking at as far as like a future balance is concerned. As time goes on, he's obviously going to get power creeped by other units power-wise, but earlier than that, sooner than that, probably going to get power creeped by defense. So that's probably what they're looking at as far as balance is concerned. May I add, his art is ridiculous. So cool. Going over to the cream de la cream here, we got Majin Vegeta, man, who has literally, I want to say, the best art in Legends, okay? So Vegeta family tag, Saiyan tag, Super Saiyan 2 tag, Stupid. Just stupid. Look at his power, man. It is ridiculous. 98.89 there. About 46,000 strike attack and 42.4 on the blast attack, so nothing to sneeze at there either. 408k health, so he's getting a little bit up there as far as defenses are concerned. A little bit more evened out than Super Saiyan 3 Goku there, but Ki Restore going to be even less than Goku, but still really good. Critical, again, nothing to write home about. So we're going to look at his main ability. Draw the Ultimate Art card. Final Explosion. Now, this is the main thing you're looking at here. This is the main thing that you're going to be, like, really excited about if you're going to pull Majin Vegeta, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So, unique ability, plus 50% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts every time this character enters the battlefield. Inflicts attribute downgrade, plus 30% damage received to all other allies for 20 timer counts every time this character enters the battlefield. So, your allies are going to be hurting if you've got Majin Vegeta on board, okay? They're going to be hurting. They're going to take some more, seriously more damage, but plus 50% to damage inflicted, that's, you're basically racing at that point. It's a lot like this. It's the same type of mentality that they had with Heart Virus Goku. He deals a lot of damage, okay? Albeit not as much as before the sidestep nerf, but still a lot of damage, okay? The problem is that he also kills himself slowly. So, you know, in this case, you're seeing the same type of situation. You're going to be having more damage dealt to your allies if you do bring out your Majin Vegeta. And a lot of times you get down in endgame battles anyways, and endgame matches and PvP and things like that. You're going to be getting into battles of switching, so that can definitely really hurt you. With that said, Fate Goku Ki Recovery up, 50% to own Ki Recovery for 15 timer counts when faced with the enemy character Goku. So any Goku is going to trigger that. There's a lot of Gokus in this game. We're actually going to be making a video on that in the not too distant future, I would imagine, where we're going to do an all Goku team and just dominate people in PvP with it. So yeah, not going to be hard to find Gokus to go up against in most cases. 50% to Ki Recovery. I mean, that is ridiculous. That brings him up to over 3,000. It's crazy powerful. So yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. It's ridiculously powerful. So, special ability. Deals major pierce damage, plus 50% to, or rather, a 50% chance to inflict heavy bleed on hit. Now, we don't know what heavy bleed means exactly, but 50% is a really, really huge amount of times that's going to hit. It's going to hit regularly in PvP. You know, the 20% and the 15 or 10%, I mean, you're going to see it once in a blue moon. 50%, 1 and 2 times on average. I mean, that's probably going to be pretty often where you're going to inflict heavy bleed, which is most likely going to be kind of like a continually increasing damage amount that goes off on your opponent, or maybe it's just a bigger bleed amount. We'll have to see how it goes. I would imagine it's probably going to be like we'll bring it back to Pokemon because that's what I like doing. Maybe like if you get a toxic poison versus a normal poison. You know, toxic poison is going to be a bad poison that's going to gradually amp up the damage that you're taking every turn. In this case, I think every single time it triggers bleed, it's probably going to get worse and worse and worse until you just get down to 1 HP, and then you get knocked out by, you know, a key, like a tap key, you know? So, or it's, yeah, you know, a tap blast. You know what I mean? Anyways, plus 30% to own self-destruct damage inflicted for 25 timer counts on hit. So, setting yourself up for the final explosion there. Plus 15% to strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Reduce activation of Ultimate Arts card Final Explosion. So, that means that it's going to take a little bit less time, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure how Final Explosion is going to work. If it's going to be like something you barely can dodge or something like that, but superior tenacity is going to probably make it so it's very difficult or impossible to dodge if you're right on top of your opponent. And then major self-destruct damage. Self-destruct damage does not depend on your own health, but deals a fixed amount of damage. So over time, that's important to note because it's probably going to get power creeped out sooner rather than later. If it was based on health, then obviously health buffs would make it so, you know, you do have a little bit more damage output. When you get an increased level, then like if we get a level cap increase up to 2,000 or whatever, that's also going to be very important to note because it means that maybe we don't see the damage scale. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how they balance it. But applies strike and blast arts, strike and blast arts armor and nullifies abnormal conditions when activated. Portion of damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby. Cannot cause them to be defeated. So they can't get knocked out from it, but they can get knocked down to 1 HP. Now, he also has a different Strike Arts card. Strike Destroy card. Strike cards with single arts card destroying effect. So I think that it literally destroys a single arts card that your opponent has, which I actually didn't know before recording this. So that's pretty cool. That's actually probably pretty OP, having it normally in rotation, being able to take combos down before they even begin, like be able to take them down like one, you know, combo piece, one arts card. That's pretty important. So yeah, probably pretty fantastic. And I was a little bit confused. I was like, did it not load or something? No, it's legitimately a new card we don't have access to yet, so that's cool. And then Tag Saiyan Blast Attack going to be increased there. Going to 3, we're going to see plus 26% damage inflicted by allies with self-destruct during battle. So he's basically just going to buff himself significantly once you get him to 5 stars. Guys, this banner is going to be stupid. On top of that, it is a step-up banner. Do they have it on here yet? That's the important part. They do. It's going to be Black Friday step-up sparking rarity guaranteed ticket summon. So that's going to be the actual ticket summon. You have a good shot. We'll go ahead and show you guys in just a second. Yeah, here you go. 20% at Super Saiyan 3 Goku, 20% Majin Vegeta, 20% at Goku Black, and then 1% a little bit above that on each of the other ones here. So you can get a lot of different characters right now. But, oh, actually, you can get Gogeta and Janemba here, 1% on each of those. You can get Gotenks. I mean, there are some good options here. Legends Rising and all. That's not bad, man. This is a pretty decent banner. And again, you do get these by just doing your normal step-ups, which actually, if we go over to the actual one here, which may or may not be up. Yeah, we do. Okay, so the step-up banner. So you guys are going to see step 1, 100 for 3. Obviously worth doing no matter what. Step 2, also worth doing in my opinion. Step 3, also worth doing in my opinion. You also are going to be getting for, I believe, step 4, you're going to be getting an SP rarity guaranteed ticket. So that's going to be your freebie, as well as the 10 summon for the 1,000 Chrono Crystals there. Is that worth doing? Yes. Step 5, maybe not, because you're basically spending 500 on 500 on each of these, because you get one for free immediately after. Then on step 7, you do again get the rarity guaranteed ticket, and again, that's a 20% chance, 1 in 5 shot of pulling any one of these 3 guys. All right, you know, it's pretty crazy. You get 2 of those per run through this, and then it resets. So you're gonna be spending 400, 1,100, and then so that's actually 4,100 to go all the way through it once. Okay, so if you do it 3 times, you're gonna have 6 shots at pulling a 1 in 5 here on either one of these, on any one of these. So I don't know, guys. As well as like a whole bunch of summons. You know, you've got 48 summons. Am I reading that right? 58 summons, sorry, for 4,100 Chrono Crystals. Am I missing something here? That's a ridiculous deal. 4,100 Chrono Crystals for 58 shots, okay? 58 shots at summoning on this banner, as well as 2 guaranteed sparkings where you have a 1 in 5 of pulling any of these guys. That is crazy. That is crazy. Should you summon on this? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say go for it. Spend it all, man. Drop them all. I got over 10,000 Chrono Crystals. You better believe we're making some runs through this banner. Oh my god, dude. That is ridiculous. Let alone the fact it is Black Friday, so we're probably going to be getting a ridiculous sale for 24 hours. We'll talk about that in the actual video where I do my summoning if we do get that. But guys, yes, summon on this banner. Oh my god. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, ridiculous. Majin Vegeta, gonna be really, really fun, at least for the time being, and maybe the next few months. And then Goku Black, gonna only get better as time goes on. Yeah, go for the summons, guys. I'll see you at 1 a.m. I'm going to be staying up tonight and summoning at 1 a.m. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have it out very, very soon after the banner actually goes up. I was thinking about live streaming it, but I might not do that because I want to actually edit it. But we'll see, guys. Let me know down in the comments, actually. Do you want to see it live streamed on the channel, or do you want me to just upload it as a normal video? It'll be around the same time no matter what. But yeah, probably around 1 a.m., 1:30-ish maybe, the video will go up. The actual banner starts 1 a.m. Tomorrow morning. So definitely, guys, I'm excited for this. I hope you guys are as well. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thanksgiving, by the way. I haven't even mentioned that, but it is Thanksgiving Day. So I hope you all have have a fantastic Thanksgiving. We just had dinner and everything, and we're putting up some Christmas decorations pretty soon, so that's actually pretty fantastic. I'm kind of excited about that, but I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hope you're as excited as I am for this Step Up banner. I can't believe they put this much quality into one banner. I figured that we'd have separate banners for Super Saiyan 3 and Goku Black and Majin Vegeta, not all of them together at once, and a good shot at pulling each of them individually. I'm beside myself right now. There's got to be something to balance this out. Like, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. We're going to go look at the actual rates on the featured units here, and it's 1% on each of them. I don't even know how to react to this. There's nothing to balance it out. It's just dumb. You can get Youth Gohan, who's literally one of the best extremes in the game. You can get Cell Jr., who is just cheeky and fun. You can get the new Android 16, who's pretty good. You can get the kids, you know? You can get the hybrid kids. I mean, they're pretty good, you know? Lots of good extremes on the banner. Lots of good sparkings on the banner. Great shot at pulling them. And ridiculous, ridiculous pricing compared to what we've seen in the past, guys. This is pretty much a can't-miss banner. I'm going to say, go for it. You have got my seal of approval, Bandai. I know it's been about a month since I've recommended a banner. The last one I did was the Gogeta and Janemba banner. Guys, this is infinitely better than even that was. So summon on it. Trust me, I will see you guys for the summons very, very soon. Until the next one, have a fantastic rest of the day, and peace.